Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. So overnight prices are kind of mixed. We started out a little bit lower, rallied a little bit. Now we've got beans down about a penny, corn up about a penny, and wheat up about a penny. Outside markets, dollars higher and most commodities are lower. As far as the grain markets are concerned, there's a lot of baskets of issues that's keeping prices where they're at. We're at near the season lows. Commodity prices in general are at 10-year lows. And so all this is reflective of the potential of a slower global economy and the higher dollar cutting into U.S. exports. We've also had 2 years in a row here in the United States in which yields are above trend, and we've had a lack of really heat to hurt yields. Some people point out that it's very rare that the U.S. has 3 years in a row of above trend corn and soybean yields, and the weather guys are still trying to fine-tune their forecast for next year's summer, and a lot of it will depend upon whether El Nino changes to La Nina or not. Down in South America, most of the weather is good. A little bit too much rain across northern Argentina, southern Brazil, and not quite enough rain in west central Brazil, but overall conditions are okay. USDA and CBOT will be closed tomorrow. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Friday they'll have the export sales report, and the commitments of traders will be Monday. Also on Monday we'll be watching EPA when they come out with the mandate requirements. Some people think that they might lift ethanol and biofuel mandates versus the current targets. As far as the other issues are concerned, we do have tension again in Ukraine and between Russia and Turkey. Also the terror threat level has been elevated in Europe, and so all those things could be offering resistance to the market. I think the really only thing that's going to push market above what we consider as strong resistance is a weather issue in 2016. Down in Argentina, the new president kind of backed away a little bit about having a no soybean export tax policy that helped got him elected. Right now he's meeting with aides to try to figure out what's the best next step in trying to get farmers to sell soybeans and then try to maybe long term increase production, which will increase exports, which will increase revenues. Some people estimate that the Argentine farmer might have as much as 15 to 16 million tons of unpriced soybeans that they're waiting to sell if the currency is devaluated and they get more for those beans. Other than that, not a lot else going on. The funds are short about 46,000 beans, short about 85,000 corn, and 41,000 wheat. Last week option volatility dropped in corn and wheat. Went up a little bit in meal and stayed about the same in soybeans and soybean oil. And cash-wise, corn basis domestically is firm, while soybean basis is slipping back a little bit, and at the Gulf, most of the basis levels are soft. So again, choppy trade overnight, a little bit lower in the beans, a little bit higher in corn and wheat. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, and we'll be back Friday morning with comments after the holiday. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.